Yo, what is up everybody? This is Beast Boy and welcome back to another episode in the Versatile Finance for the Youth series. So for this week's video, what we're going to talk about is top 5 banking tips that you should consider when opening a bank account. Now, these tips aren't necessarily going to be covering specifically budgeting or money saving, but more so they're like best practices that you need to consider after you open your first bank account. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Tip number 1, open a checking and savings account at the same time. When you go to your banking institution, whether it's a credit union or a traditional bank, it's a good idea to open both a checking account and a savings account together. When you get a paycheck, whether you get paid monthly or bi-weekly, you can set it up to get direct deposit with the company that you work for, and that means they can automatically put your payment into both your checking and your savings at the same time, and you can decide how you want to split up that percentage. This way, you will be building up your savings account automatically over time. Another reason you want to open both a checking and savings account at the same time is because many banks actually will give you perks for opening multiple accounts with them all at once, so you want to take advantage of those. And also, it's usually a lot more simple to transfer money over from a savings to a checkings account if they're both opened up at the same institution. Tip number 2, don't touch your savings accounts unless you have to. So the point of a savings account is to save your money, right? It's not an extra checking account for you to pull money out of whenever you need it. It should just stay there untouched as long as possible. So when it comes to adding money and taking out money from your savings account, you can go to an ATM or you can go to your local bank to pull out money if you need to. But if you ever want to use your debit card and use the money from your savings on your debit card, you would need to first transfer the money from your savings to your checkings, which could incur additional fees if you do that too many times in a month. On average, you can be charged $15 per transfer fee. So you want to make sure you avoid that by budgeting every week or every month to have enough money in your checkings account to cover all of your needs, so you don't have to keep digging into your savings and pulling money out to cover the extra little things that you need on a daily basis. Your savings account should be used for emergency purposes or for big purchases. Purchases like laptops, if you need to buy a car, or even if you need to save up for traveling. Those are the things that you want to use your savings account for rather than your small daily purchases. Tip number 3, look for free bank account options. Many banks will charge you an annual fee or require a monthly minimum that needs to be held in the account just to keep the account open or even to gain a yield percentage. So what you want to do is you want to look for banking options that have no annual fees and no minimums, and a lot of times you can find these with online banks. Online banks can usually offer lower fees because they don't have high operating costs associated with having a physical building. However, if you do prefer to go to a traditional banking institution, then what you can ask for is a student bank account. Student bank accounts usually might have some limits set on them, but for basic banking needs at a low cost, these could be the perfect way to go for you. Tip number 4, use mobile apps to keep track of your banking activity. What you always want to make sure you do is to know what is happening with your bank account. Sometimes you might be spending a little bit over budget and you'll have less money than you thought. Other times you could have more money available than you thought you did. And in the worst cases, somebody could have hacked into your bank account and could be taking money from you. And if you don't check your bank account often enough, you'll never know. So mobile apps are a perfect and a convenient way to know what is going on in your bank account, keep track of your spending, and also if you need to manage or call your bank for any reason, you can do that through a convenient mobile app that is on your phone, which I know all of you guys are always on your phone. Most bank institutions have already adopted mobile apps into their systems. So no matter where you go, there's a good chance you'll be able to check your bank activity 24/7 conveniently on your phone. Now, another thing that was just added to a lot of these mobile apps are money transfer systems where you can send money directly to your friends or receive them back simple and easily. A lot of these banks have partnered with companies like Zelle, or they've even integrated and created their own systems like Chase, QuickPay, so you can just send and receive easily and simply directly from your bank's mobile app. It's good practice to make sure you check on your bank activity on a weekly basis. For me, personally, I like checking in the middle of the week, usually around Wednesday or Thursday. But for some of us who get paid on Fridays, payday is always a good day to check what your bank account activity is and how much money you just got in. So make sure you make a habit of checking on your mobile apps every single week. Tip number 5, find qualifying ATMs for cash withdrawals. Not every ATM is created the same. Yes, technically you could go to any ATM you find to pull out cash if you really need it. However, depending on your banking institution, only certain ATM machines will qualify for free cash withdrawals, which is what you want to look for. The safest bet is to withdraw cash directly from your bank's ATMs or to even go inside the institution and pull money out from the bank teller. However, if that's not an option, make sure you do research to see what other companies or what other ATM machines your bank partners with so you can continue to withdraw cash for free. Because if not, you're most likely going to be charged an average of $2 to $4 and a service charge for non-qualifying ATMs. Alright y'all, so that is it for today's video. I hope you found those banking tips helpful and can apply them to your daily lives. I know when I was first opening up my bank accounts, a lot of this information I didn't know, so I got caught up paying these extra fees, and I want to make sure that you guys don't do the same thing. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like and you comment and you subscribe to the channel. And if you're interested in more top 5 videos or more videos around finance, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date every time we upload. Also, Versatile LA is on Facebook and Instagram, so make sure you give us a follow at Versatile LA. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at any time you want at Beast Boy the Hype God. So until next time, peace. Good practice to make sure you chank. All right.